Hi, this is Rene Godefroy. Now, I'm going to share with you how to get speaking engagements when you are just getting started, when nobody knows about you because, let's face it, I was a doorman, right? I told you. Remember that? In a previous video, hopefully you saw the other videos. I told you I was a doorman. I didn't know anybody. And, I was worried. I was worried if a meeting planner would ever put me on a stage in front of the group because nobody knew me. But I did some of the things that I shared with you in the previous videos that are on my website, and eventually I began to build credibility. Now, I want to share with you, where do you go like next week to start speaking? Did you know that you can start getting speaking engagements by early next week? Yes, you can. It's very easy. And the strategy that I'm about to reveal, the secret I'm about to reveal to you right here, will do it for you. Like I always say, are you ready for it? Are you? Great. Now, I want you to start thinking of civic clubs. Civic clubs. Sometimes I don't say the words right. Remember, I'm from a small village in Haiti. I don't speak very much English, but listen, I speak, about a few words, and when I go to corporate America, they give me a check. I say, what a country. This is beautiful. What a country. Okay? A big check. I mean, I know I'm joking, but I'm saying this to you so that you can realize, it's not a big deal if you want to speak. If you are willing to do the things that I did, you can get speaking engagements. You can get paid. You can go to corporate America and speak, and actually speak for a living. Sometimes I say, if I'm dreaming, please don't wake me up. Let me dream. Don't wake me up. All right. Civic clubs. So let me name some of the civic clubs for you, and I'm going to spell the names because, like I say, some words I still can't pronounce. Kiwanis International. Kiwanis. Kiwanis. Kiwanis International. Optimist International. Hopefully I'm saying this one right? Optimist International. OPTMIST International. Okay. The next one is Lions International. LION, like the animal, lion, international. And of course, Rotary International. ROTARY, Rotary International. Now, for Rotary International, it's kind of different because it's going to be very hard for you to get a speaking engagement at Rotary. Usually, you need to know a Rotarian, somebody who belongs to a Rotary club, like your boss or somebody your neighbor. And once they belong to a Rotary club, you can start asking them to introduce you because they get speakers every day. By the way, the clubs that I mentioned to you, just go to Google and type those names, and also type civic clubs, and then start making a note. The next thing I want you to do, I want you to make a list of the civic clubs, and make the list and start working that list. Now, here's one thing you must know about civic clubs. They don't pay speakers. Sorry, I had to give you the bad news. But you know what? When I started, I spoke for free many times for all those clubs. And they'll give you a free meal. I always used to say, hey, when I'm hungry, I take a sign, I take a marker, I speak for food. And I go to the civic clubs, I'm like, hey, you want to book a speaker? I'm looking for some food. They'll give you a meal, and usually they'll give you a little gift. Here's what you need to do. You need to create a 20-minute speech because they're only going to allow you to speak for about 20 minutes. Every single day, there are clubs, civic clubs, that are looking for speakers. And they have, some of them, they meet in the morning for breakfast, they meet for lunch, and some of them meet for dinner. at night. So you have no excuses whether you are working or you're not working. You'll always find a club that will book you to get a speaking engagement. Now, let's talk about how do you actually contact the civic clubs. Who do you ask for? Well, you ask for the program chairperson. What else do you need? Well, remember I told you in a previous video that you need a tangible representation of what's in your head. If not, you are not an expert. Believe me, even though they don't pay for speakers, they're not going to book you just because you say so. Just because you say you are an expert or because you know about a topic, they're not going to book you just on that. They still need to have some tangible proof that you are who you are. Now, how do you get that? Well, I'm not going to assume you have a book because I shared with you how to write a book. Maybe you are in the process of writing a book. But there are some things you can do. You can record a CD or a DVD. A DVD just like me in front of a camera. Or a CD, you just create an audio, and so now you have a tangible representation of your knowledge. Another thing you can do is to have what we call in this business a one-pager. Okay, a one-pager is basically a one-page. And by the way, you will need that when you are a speaker. You need a one-pager. Now, what do you put on a one-pager? Of course, I don't want to make this video too long. It takes a lot to explain what do you do with a one-pager. But let me give you the cliffhanger note, okay? You need to have your picture on the one-pager on one side. You need to have a short bio of you. And on the other side, you need to have, on the front, your picture and your bio, your short bio. And of course, you've got to let them know what is the topic you talk on, because they want to know your expertise, right? And on the other side, you need to have your topics. Maybe you will have 2 or 3 topics, or maybe you'll have 2 or 3 different keynotes. I don't have time to go into all that, but that's what you need. And you need testimonials. So which means whenever you speak anywhere, the first thing you gotta look for testimonials, what people are saying about your engagement, and write it down or ask them to send it to you in writing. Find a way to make it easy for them so you can get testimonials, because you'll need them on your one-pager. When you start out, you probably don't have testimonials, but that's okay. You can have what is called character testimonials. Your boss or somebody can say, you're an amazing person, you have such a depth and breadth of knowledge on leadership or on self-esteem. However you do it, but keep that in mind, all right? So that's what I wanted to share with you. And the last thing I want to share with you, after you call the program chairperson, you say that you are a professional speaker. Don't tell them, oh, I'm just getting started and I wonder if you let me come speak for your group. Listen, nobody wants to have you come and practice on the groups, okay, on the group. They want you to come and speak as a professional speaker. So when you call, you say you are a professional speaker, all right? And you have some days when you are in town, which could be 30 days out of the year, out of the month, or 365 days that you're in town. But you see what I mean? You have some days when you are in town and you'd like to speak for the group. And the first thing they're going to ask you is to send me something in the mail, and just send them the one-pager, send them the CD, send them the book, send them something, and you'll be ready. And that's how you start getting paid speaking engagements by next week. Now, before I leave, let me leave this tip with you. When you are speaking for free, don't be bashful, don't be timid, don't be afraid, don't be embarrassed to ask for business. Always let them know somewhere in the middle of the speech that you are a professional speaker. You speak for corporate, for large groups. If they know that, if they know anybody, their boss or somebody that would like to enjoy, would like the team members to hear on how to build better self-confidence, or how to be a better leader, on how to be a better supervisor or a manager, on how to deal with stress or change in the workplace. So I'd like to ask you, please see me after this talk, and I'll give you my business card, and so you can refer me. Just basically, don't try to ask for the business implicitly, kind of like subtly. No, ask for referrals right in the speech. And of course, there are several ways you can do it in the speech, but you get the gist of it, right? I just give you the main point. Ask for the business, all right? So that's all I have to share with you in this video. And until then, remember this: you have a voice. You are unique. You have special gifts inside of you that I don't have. The world needs your gift. So go out and start speaking, and be the motivational speaker that you say you want to be. Stay committed. Don't give up. I'll see you in another video. Take care.